want to put forward a solution to that. We know that BC is also a province that also feels neglected. Being on the West Coast, a lot of times people feel like they're ignored, and I want to make sure people in BC know that I've got their back and I'm in it for them, and I want to make sure that they know with me as leader and as me as Prime Minister, I'll make sure that the environment is protected, the coast is protected, and things like the ferry system get the financing and the investments that it needs. Oui. Donc, en général, la Colombie-Britannique, beaucoup de temps se sentent comme négligés par le gouvernement à Ottawa. Ils sont loin d'Ottawa, donc il y a ce sentiment que beaucoup de monde, les gouvernements à Ottawa, les conservateurs et libéraux, ne s'inquiètent pas des enjeux qui touchent les gens qui habitent à Colombie-Britannique, en Colombie-Britannique. Donc, ce que je propose, c'est pour s'assurer, je veux m'assurer les citoyens ici, que je suis ici pour vous, je me bats pour vous et je propose des solutions pour investir dans le logement abordable, pour protéger l'environnement et la côte et en fait pour mieux investir les traversiers. We're running a national campaign, and I'm looking forward to being in every part of Canada. I have the honor of being a national leader, and it's my job to represent all of Canada, and I want to do that. There's places where we've got lots of people and lots of target ridings, but most importantly, people that need a lot of help. And in BC, we know there's specific issues that are impacting the coastline. They're impacting the people that are worried about money laundering. There's very specific issues that we want to tackle. And we know that in helping those issues here in BC, it'll help people across Canada. Spending time in BC and Ontario also, I think ties in the fact that I was an MPP in Ontario, so I know those issues really well, and I've got a lot of deep roots there. And now being an MP representing BC, I've got some strong ties to BC as well. So that's part of why I really care deeply about these two provinces, but I care about all of Canada, and you'll see us in every province. Why it's so important to do? Right, yeah. So a one-way ride on the ferry from Victoria to the mainland for a family is $90 for two people and a car. It's quite costly, and for people on the island, the ferries aren't just a ferry. They're really like a highway. They're how people connect with one another. And some people live in remote communities, and this is their way to get to the big city for services. This is the way to get to communities where they need access to the things they need in their lives. So it's costly, and the BC government has done some really strong and taken some strong measures to make it more affordable. But there's an agreement already from 1977 between Canada and BC, and that hasn't been renegotiated in a long time. And so we want to increase funding to make sure we keep up with the times and assure the people of BC that they're getting the supports they need. Okay.
Can we? Yeah, it's right behind them.
Okay.
Can we move them this way a bit? Let's do that. Or move them we won't be able to see it very well, guys, if we don't do something.
Yeah.
Jagmeet, could you come over here a bit more?
Yeah. Is that better?
It'll help, I think.
Then we need to put some weight on this again.
I won't do that, okay?
Or you want me to just hold it?
If you just put your hand like on that. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And a little bit.
Hope that wasn't live. Oui, donc pour une famille de type deux personnes, une voiture Victoria à Vancouver par exemple, c'est à $90, donc c'est trop cher. c'est difficile et c'est tellement important pour les familles d'avoir une connexion entre les autres endroits. C'est vraiment comme une autoroute, les traversiers connectent les communautés. On a de temps en temps des communautés plus isolées, donc c'est vraiment important d'avoir cette connexion. Well, I mean, Canadians expect to have someone who's going to stand up to Mr. Trump. And for a long time, we haven't seen that. You know, we've had a trade agreement where we lost protections for workers, employment, labor standards, and environmental protections were not enforceable. We lost crucial protections in the supply management, which has hurt dairy farmers. The cost of medication is going to go up because of this newly negotiated agreement. And there was illegal steel tariffs and aluminum tariffs that continue to be imposed, but were not removed. I mean, Canadians don't want someone who's just going to cave into the demands of Mr. Trump, who's going to back down from a bully. I believe the only way to stand up to the bully is to be strong. And I'm willing to be strong, I'm willing to stand up, because Canadians depend on me to make sure that their best interests are being served, and I won't cave into anyone. Je pense que les Canadiens ont besoin de quelqu'un qui peut lutter pour eux, défendre leurs intérêts. Et ce qu'on a vu dans les années passées, c'est un gouvernement libéral avec M. Trudeau qui a en fait donné beaucoup de cadeaux au M. Trump. Il a en fait diminué les protections pour les travailleurs et travailleuses. Il n'y a pas de protection pour l'environnement dans cet accord. Les médicaments vont coûter plus cher à cause de cet accord et on a des brèches dans la gestion de l'offre qui va avoir des grands impacts sur les producteurs laitiers. Donc les Canadiens et Canadiennes veulent avoir quelqu'un qui peut se défendre les intérêts des Canadiens, qui peut défendre les intérêts des Canadiens et qui peut faire face à un intimidateur. Et j'ai le courage de le faire. Je n'ai pas entendu la question.
Chef conservateur Andrew Scheer passe la journée en altercation avec Jason.
OK.
Comment percevez-vous cette alliance?
C'est un exemple fort de ce qu'on va voir avec les conservateurs. En Alberta, Premier ministre Kenny a coupé les services pour la santé, a coupé les services pour l'éducation. Il a fait mal aux familles, aux gens. C'est clair que c'est exactement ce que les conservateurs, ce qu'ils font. Et ils travaillent pour les plus riches, ils aident les plus riches et il fait mal aux gens, aux familles, aux monsieur, madame, tout le monde. C'est exactement ce que Ford a fait en Ontario. En Ontario, il a coupé les services de santé, les services d'éducation et c'est exactement ce que les conservateurs font. On veut défendre les services, on veut aider les familles. Ça, c'est le grand contraste. I would love to see that. I think we absolutely need to make sure we're putting the skills and the abilities of Canadians to their best use, and that's to ensure that public resources and public transportation is being retrofitted in Canada so we can ensure that Canadian jobs are being protected and encouraged. I also want to see our shipbuilding strategy enhanced so that we're building more ships in Canada. We've got incredibly talented folks, and we should be building these beautiful, or these ships that provide services for Canadians here in Canada, here in BC, in Quebec, in Halifax, and across this country. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
There's a